Guys, I'm sitting downstairs drinking my coffee and answering some comments on my videos from yesterday, and I checked my email and I got this fantastic email that said, hey, congratulations. I don't know the guy that sent it, I can't even pronounce his name, but congratulations, you have been qualified to go into a drawing for the one of the top 25 channels on YouTube ever. I'm like, woo! So I was reading that to my son Nick, and he's like, Mom, don't click on that link. And I'm like, what? Are you trying to tell me I'm not one of the top 25 YouTube channels? Come on now. Come on. So I just thought I'd share that with you because it was really funny. I sent a screenshot of it to my husband, and he's like, woohoo. And I said, don't worry, I didn't click on the link. And he's like, I can't remember what he said, but it was funny. I'll put it down below. But it was really funny though. So I just thought I'd say good morning to all of you lovely people, and I will be back with my breakfast because my breakfast is actually on the stove upstairs, so I better get back up there. All right guys, here is breakfast. I'm having a slice of Velveeta with 2 eggs for 1 point, and then I have a half a cup of blueberries and a coffee. My beautiful coffee. So that is breakfast, and we will talk to you guys for lunch. To mention that on top of my eggs, I have the Fox Point seasoning. That's all I put on it. And I fry them up in a little Pam cooking spray. And that is it. Lunch today is a taco. I don't have cheese on there, so that is 2 Smart Points. And I have 2 ounces of the turkey for 1 Smart Point. So 3 Smart Points for lunch. Everyone, I have a snack here. I have 2 slices of the Aunt Millie's potato bread for 2 points, and 1 point for some turkey, and 1 slice of thin ham, 1 point for the ranch dressing on top, and 1 point for the Velveeta cheese. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Smart Points for the sandwich. Okay guys, I have like not even a half a serving here of the beef stroganoff. I'm not a huge fan of beef stroganoff, but I know my husband loves it, so I'm going to try this out. I got this off of Mommy of One on Weight Watchers, and she got it off of a website, which she has that linked in her video. So I'll link her channel down below so you can find this recipe in that video in her description box. For 10 ounces of noodles, I only used 7 because it was a lot of noodles. Alright guys, I'm sitting down here having my dessert, and what this is, and I can't remember which subscriber told me about this, but one of my subscribers told me about this. It's the Fage yogurt and PB2, and it's about 1.5 tablespoons of PB2 and a packet of stevia. Oh my goodness, it's so good, you guys. And I did put a little dab of vanilla, like the regular vanilla flavoring in there. Oh my goodness, it's so good, so good. So whichever subscriber told me about this, thank you so much. I finally decided to try it, and it rocks. And this is 1 Smart Point, just 1. That's it. Good evening, guys. Well, I had another overpoint day, but I wasn't too far over point, so I'm still in the blue dot range, so that is pretty good. I'm okay with that. I had that yogurt that I showed you. It was so good, you guys. Love it. I'll probably be having that a lot. There's a couple things that I wanted to bring up. In comments, you guys are such great commenters, and I really take everything you say to heart. I really do. And a couple of my comments were very interesting, and I wanted to share those with you. One of them was on my bagel video, and it was Christine Pook. I think I'm saying that correctly, but if I'm not, I'm sorry. She was saying that the oil on your hands will add points. I use the Pam, so it doesn't add any points, but the more I thought about that, the more I thought, you know what? The flour will add points because you add that extra flour on your thing and then on your rolling pin and whatnot. So all of that is going to add up and get soaked up into your dough. So that may be added a point. I don't know. So what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to weigh out my flour and then take a little bit out of that flour put it on the side to sprinkle on the board so I can roll that kneaded in there, and then there won't be any points added. But yeah, there could be added points with the flour. So I never thought of that in that way, but now I do. So thank you, Christine, for bringing that point up, because it's very helpful. And that goes for a lot of things. Weighing in your bowl versus putting the whole container, like I showed you on my Cook With Me on the bagels. I put the whole container of yogurt on there. Now, why I do that is because if you put the bowl on there and just scoop it out and put it in the bowl, that is great and everything, but what I do is I measure out my peanut butter, for an example, put it in my container, and then I still have whatever I have on my spoon, which usually gets licked off by me. So that's an extra couple points. If I scoop it out of the jar and just take out whatever's in the jar, scoop it out until it says -15, that's 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, that is including whatever's on the spoon. So if I lick the spoon, it doesn't matter. So that's why I do it that way, because I always end up, and I did think of that before, which made me think of the flour situation. It's kind of the same thing. So I wanted to bring that up because it does add a few points here and there. Even if it's not a whole lot, you're still gonna lick that spoon, or if you don't, good for you, because it's awesome that you don't do that. I do. That's why I have to weigh it like that. And other than that, you know, there's a lot of things that you guys leave such wonderful comments. You really do. And I appreciate every single one of them. And I really take all of them to heart, especially the ones that are being so helpful, like the oil on the hands. That totally makes sense. If I were to use regular olive oil, I would definitely have to count that, because it does go into your dough. But since I just sprayed like a second of spray on my hand, I'm not going to count that oil on there. But the flour, it's added flour. It's probably, you know, I would imagine it'd almost be a tablespoon of added flour. I think that would be a point or so. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're adding your flour to your board. I'm exactly 4 over, and I'm not going to eat anything else tonight. I did get elliptical. I forgot to take a darn picture of it because I was waiting for my cool down to get done. I did 30 minutes and then it was a 2-minute cool down. So I went and sat in my chair to finish watching the music show we were watching, The Four or something it's called. It's pretty decent. So me and my son were watching that, and I thought, oh, I'll just wait. I didn't feel like doing the cool down. I usually just walk around my living room and do a cool down. I didn't want to sit on there another 2 minutes. So I got off of it. I thought, well, when I hear it beep, I'll go and take a picture of the completed task. Well, I forgot. So it beeped off and then it turned off. So I missed that, but I did do exactly 30 minutes and it was exactly 2 miles. So I was slacking today. It was probably more like 3.9, 4 mile per hour. And I know I burned like 170 some calories. I remember seeing that. So I got my 3rd day in of exercise. I've got 1 more to go, and then I meet my goal for this week, which I'm telling you guys, if this was back in the day, a year ago, and I was eating like this over my points, there's no way I would have got on that elliptical. There's no way I would have gotten on that elliptical and exercised, because I would have thought, I already screwed up today. I'm not going to add exercise to that. But instead, I got on that elliptical, I faced the music, and I did 2 miles on the elliptical. And I feel so good about that, because normally that's not what I would do. So I've come a long way this year. I've really accepted the fact that I'm going to make mistakes and I'm going to overeat at times, but I can get right back on track exactly the next meal. Like Sandy always says, it's okay to screw up. You just get right back on track the next meal. Not the next day, not the next week, but the next meal, which is what I did. And I did have a big tall glass of water, which really helped, by the way, because I've been so slacking on. I don't think I had any water today except for that glass I had just had recently. And it's crazy because that's why I'm snacky. I know it is. I'm going to go up and grab another thing of water. I'm going to edit this video, and then I am going to hopefully go to bed early tonight because I'm tired. I was up really early. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night because I was editing really late. I think I got to bed at 2 a.m. guys, and then I had to get up at 6:30 to get my husband breakfast, and then I just stayed up. I didn't go back to bed because I've got school for Nick and stuff. So it was a long day. Nick actually went to bed already. He was really tired. He got up at 5, I think, this morning. So he went to bed, and it's 7 o'clock, and he just went to bed. Crazy. So he'll get up probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning again. He likes getting up early because we're still sleeping, and then he has fast internet and he can play around until school starts. So that's why he likes to get up early. So anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow with another what I ate, or if I don't do that, I'll do some kind of video. I don't know what yet. Hopefully you guys are liking the additional videos I'm putting out there. I like to also put out different content too, so hopefully you're enjoying all of the content that I'm putting out there, and we will see you tomorrow. And thank you so much, guys, for watching and subscribing to my channel. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.